19 years ago, the Portland Trail Blazers had the first pick in the 2007 NBA draft and found themselves in a peculiar position. Do you A, take the safe route and take the sought-after generational big man in Greg Oden, who looked like a man amongst boys when at Ohio State? Or B, take the lanky freshman in Kevin Durant out of Texas, who is being compared to Dirk Nowitzki and Tracy McGrady due to his lanky, unorthodox build and ability to get buckets at will? In retrospect, it's pretty safe to say that if the Blazers could go back and select Kevin Durant with the number 1 overall pick, they would. But at the time where the league was, the big man was still the most sought-after prized possession, and to have a talent like Greg Oden sitting right in front of you back in 2007, you would take him 10 out of 10 times despite how unique and unicorn-like of a player Kevin Durant is. But this all changed after the 2007 draft, and players were never scouted the same again, because Kevin Durant isn't just a scorer. He's a cheat code. 7 feet tall, guard-like skills and handle, shot creation, 3-level scoring, and maybe the most unblockable jumper the league has ever seen. For years, we've seen players deemed the next KD. Every draft cycle, there's a lanky wing who gets the comparison, but nobody truly lives up to the hype. Until now. The closest thing we've seen to Kevin Durant in years might just be Jaden McDaniels. Now, before you go to the comments, no, I'm not saying he is Kevin Durant. I'm saying the way he plays, statistically and developmentally, this season is the first time we've seen real flashes that resemble Durant. Let's break it down. First, the efficiency. This season, Jaden is putting up career highs across the board offensively, shooting 52% from the field, a whopping 44.3% from 3, shooting 85% from the charity stripe, and almost edging out into the elite 50-40-90 club. His usage rate is nowhere near Kevin Durant level at all, but is as high as it's ever been in his career, meaning that these efficiency stats are not because he's shooting less and getting to his spots more, but a combination of both. And that's not empty volume, that's Kevin Durant territory. Watch how KD has gotten buckets over the course of his career. Mid-range pull-up contests that have no business going in at all, one dribble sidestep threes, long strides into smooth elbow jumpers. This is exactly what Jaden McDaniels has been doing this season in Minnesota. The mid-range game has seemingly become automatic, shooting a staggering 71% from the left side of the floor this season, 46% from the top of the key, and 43% from the right side. He's comfortable rising over smaller defenders with his super unorthodox quick dribble pull-up or one-legged step-through or fadeaway. He's using that 7-foot wingspan to create separation without needing some crazy dribble combo to get past defenders. It's 1 or 2 hard dribbles and then right into the teeth of the defense and go straight up to get a bucket. That is to a T the KD blueprint. I haven't even mentioned the 3-ball yet either. It's not just catch and shoot anymore. He's stepping into rhythm threes, shooting confidently off movement. This has really been one of the focal points in taking Jaden's scoring to a whole new level and really what grabbed the attention of the national media this season. He's shooting a staggering 44.3% from 3, which comes out to be 4th best league-wide for players that are seeing over 20 minutes a night. But in my opinion, the biggest jump for Jaden may just be his usage. For years, Jaden was viewed primarily as an elite point of attack defender or a glorified glue guy, the connective piece next to Ant and Cat or Ant and Julius. But this season, he's taken on more offensive responsibility and is thriving in that role. This season, Jaden's usage rate is at 64%, which is a whole 23 percentage points higher than his previous career high, at 41%. And I really believe that the Wolves should try to involve Jaden even more on the offensive side of the ball than they are right now. Between the shooting splits and physical attributes, the similarities between Durant and Jaden is truly uncanny. From the high release point and the smooth footwork to the comfortability scoring over length and the ability to get to a spot and rise. He doesn't rush, he doesn't force, it's surgical and all within the game flow. And we haven't even covered the defensive side of the ball yet. This is where he actually separates himself from any version of Kevin Durant. Jaden has been one of the best perimeter defenders in basketball since he first stepped foot onto an NBA floor. So you're talking about a player who, if the offensive leap is real, could be giving you a hyper-efficient 3-level scoring and all-defensive caliber impact. As there aren't many true 3-and-D players in the league anymore, pairing this alongside Anthony Edwards could be truly terrifying. In today's NBA, the Kevin Durant archetype is priceless. How many players have we seen deemed the next KD over the last decade and a half who are all but out of the league by the end of their first contract? Now let's be clear. Kevin Durant is a once-in-a-generational player, an MVP, a Finals MVP, a member of the prestigious 75th anniversary team, and one of the greatest offensive players our game has ever seen, and obviously Jaden McDaniels is simply not that, and never will be that. But this is the first season we're seeing the offensive skill set expand with real volume, from career-high usage to career-high efficiency across the board, and a visibly improved confidence for Jaden. This is exactly how leaps happen in the NBA. Jaden is in that stage right now with learning his offensive capabilities. And if this offensive version sticks, if the efficiency sustains with the usage, if the shot creation continues to evolve, we might look back at this season as the year he stopped being an elite role player and started to blossom into a true young rising star in this league. Because if a 6'9" wing with nearly a 7-foot wingspan is giving you a career-high usage, career-high efficiency from the mid-range and above the arc, while already being an all-defensive level stopper, that is not a role player. That is a franchise swinging piece. And if Jaden McDaniels turns into even 75% of what Kevin Durant is offensively, the rest of the league has a serious problem. So I'll leave you with this. Are we watching a hot stretch, or are we watching the birth of the NBA's next 6'10" nightmare? Because if this trajectory continues, in a couple of years, we might not be saying the closest thing to KD. We might be saying the league let another one develop right in front of our eyes. Is Jaden going to be a breakout star, or is this an overreaction? Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments.